Hi everybody, it's Positive Bluebird. I have a totally terrific Tuesday story for you, which started from my doctor's office where I was getting ready to go on the elevator and a man who was a taxi driver was instructing a little old lady, I should say a very tall little old lady, where the elevators were. So I flagged her down, told her I would hold the elevator for her. And once we got on, she thanked me, but then she said she's confused. She's new to Colorado. She's only been here for 5 months and couldn't find the dermatology center. And I said, well, I know where that's at, I think, but let's go to my primary doctor's office and you tell them who you're looking for, which doctor, and they can look it up on their computer and then give you the exact floor number and the doctor's name and all of that. So she followed me down the hall. We went in, they looked it up for her. I said, can you just write it down for her? She seems to be having some memory fog, so please write it down for her. So they did. And when I sat down to wait for my appointment before she was heading through the doors, she looked at me and said, can you help me? Can you help me get to the elevator because I feel a little dizzy and lightheaded? And I said, absolutely. So I told the staff I'll be right back. I'm a little early anyway. So I walked her down the hall, showed her the elevator again, told her from the piece of paper that she's going to I think it was the 4th floor, suite 400. And then when the elevator opened, there was a bunch of people and some doctors and whoever. And I said, could you please somebody help her because she's feeling a little dizzy and she's a little lost. Can you please guide her to where she needs to go? They all said, absolutely. So then the doors closed. I wished her well and good luck. So I saw my primary doctor, and I love her to pieces, Dr. Ramaraju. She is just so awesome. She wanted to know what happened last week when I went to the ER. I told her all of my symptoms. She looked up my blood work that was drawn that day from the ER and said, well, it looks like your cholesterol dropped like 99%. She's like, don't even worry about that medication that possibly made you sick. It could be also environmental. It could be the construction out here for the past year and a half. Kids going back to school, viral infections, everything. And with my weakened immunity because of the kidney medications that I'm on, anything is possible. So she said, get off of that cholesterol medication for now. Everything looks great. Just continue to keep pushing yourself to eat healthy. I've been eating like tons of fruits and vegetables such as peaches. I'm not a big apple fan. I'll eat it if it's like cooked, like applesauce, like homemade applesauce. But I absolutely love peaches, nectarines, plums, grapes, especially frozen grapes. And I picked up a whole bunch of yellow bell pepper. I can never say that word, bell pepper. And she said, try not to saute it because it takes out all of the nutrients and stuff. So eat it fresh as much as possible. I've been picking up tons of bags of salad, so is my son. And she told me to go less with the bread and things like pasta. You could still eat it, but just eat it less. Because she's listening to my stomach. I've had stomach problems for my whole life. And she said it's probably a lot of wheat and gluten. She also wants me to cut back on sugary stuff. So I'm practically going to be living off of a tree. But anyway, that went well. So I went back downstairs to wait for my taxi again. And here comes the little old lady. And she went to the lobby. She was waiting for her taxi. And I looked at her and I said, hi, did you make it to your appointment? Did you find it okay? And she said, oh yes, thank you so much. And she had the cutest little black cowgirl hat. And it had a ton of pins all over it. Rattlesnake pins, like purple paws, like for animals, I guess, like animal PETA, I think it was PETA, P-E-T-A, the animal activist group or whatever. She even had the Purple Heart pin. She had all kinds of military pins. And we started chatting. She's new to Colorado, like I said. I told her I've been here my entire life, almost 45 years, and she was in shock, of course, because I don't look my age. And she is like in her late 80s, I believe, is what she said. I was trying to remember. Really tall. I mean, I'm 5'3". The lady was probably like 5'9", 6 foot, I don't know, but really, really down to earth. Very whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. She's really hilarious. I can't even talk. But she said, I want your phone number. Will you give me your name and your phone number? I want to write it on a piece of paper here in my purse. And if I can remember, I'll call you sometime. And maybe we should go and do coffee or lunch. And I feel so teary-eyed because she's so sweet. And she said that you never run into people like me. And I said, well, there's not a whole lot of us around in Colorado that are natives. And if you guys look us up, Colorado is known for being such a kind state. We give to people. We care about giving you directions and helping hold the door open and whatnot. And it was just an honor to help this lady. While we were talking, another old lady fell to the floor. She had her, what do you call it? It's like a breathing device, you know, that you put in your nose. She had that and she just went down. So the other lady, by the way, the tall lady, her name is Doris. She and I helped the other lady up, who was then also caring for her disabled elderly father in a wheelchair. And when I go to my doctor's offices, a lot of the elderly seem to be the ones that are coming in more so than people my age. And so I helped that lady up. She thanked me. She spilled some water on the floor, so we cleaned it up. And then we all just got to talking about life and health conditions and Colorado and other states where they're from, and it was just a nice conversation. And that's why I enjoy getting out as much as I can, especially my doctor's appointments. People are like, you like going to the doctors? And I'm like, yeah, because I feel like I connect with the elderly people more than I do my own age. I connect with all of you, but like in person, I connect so well with the elderly that I've been told all my life that I should go and work in a nursing home, but I can't because I feel like I wear my heart on my sleeve, and God forbid if they passed away, I just would be devastated. So it's like part of me hopes that Doris calls me, but then another part of me feels like if we do have a connection and we go for lunch and coffee quite often, and she passes away or she didn't pick up the phone and answer forever, I would just feel so heartbroken. And so I'm one of those people, I just don't take death or old age very well. I lost my best friend, who was my grandmother, back in the early 80s when I was a kid, to Alzheimer's and a stroke, and I took good care of her in our home. And so I just don't like loss. And then I lost my best friend, as you know, Christy, who I grew up with for more than 30 years. So, but anyway, the taxi driver came back to pick me up. Usually it's a different taxi driver for the round trip, but he came back and he said he had nothing better to do, so he took me all the way home. And I've got lots of pictures to show you guys of part of our historic city of Denver, Colorado. Peace out and stay positive, everyone. Be kind, hold the door open, and make a friend.